So I already heard you chatting at the event earlier on,
Yeah.
and we also got the really exciting first look at My Fault, the London version. Yes. How does it feel to have those like first look images like out in the world?
It feels so surreal. I feel like today's been just such a surreal day that on top of everything that coming out, I was like, oh my gosh, I almost forgot that was coming out because I've had such an amazing day. But
yeah.
So exciting.
And how is it going to be different to the Spanish version?
I mean, our version's set in London, which is like, I think, a massive difference, and it makes a difference to, you know, a lot of the kind of characters, I guess. You know, Nick's a British boy, which is, we know what they're like.
Yeah. Is there some more like British isms, like the humour and
absolutely.
stuff?
And my character's, Noah's American in our version, so it's quite a funny dynamic between the two of them being from different places as well, which is something that we liked kind of playing with too. But yeah, I mean, London being the kind of landscape for it is really fun, and we shot in some amazing locations, so I think it should look really great.
Yeah, because you were saying you have an American accent, wasn't it? And you were a bit nervous.
Only because I've not really done it before for screen, but our two amazing directors are both American, so I trust them. So they've been honest with me.
Was there any kind of like words that you used to like what kind of American accent are we talking?
I mean, it's kind of general American. My character's from Florida, so I've kind of been going for a bit more of that. But the only word that's really hard to say, I feel like a lot of people have this, is girlfriend. For some reason, girlfriend is just like really hard.
Okay,
and I think it's hard the other way around. No, don't make me. I'm out of swing.
I was like, I won't put you on the spot like that. But it was so cool to see you and Nicole together, the two Noahs. What inspiration will you take from her version of Noah, and what bits are you like keen to make your own?
I mean, she's just so amazing. It's been so lovely to kind of talk to her and like get her experience and everything over the past like couple of days. But when I first started filming, I didn't watch the Spanish movie because I thought I would like to wait until afterwards, because I didn't want to feel like I was kind of copying her or trying to like redo what she's already done. But so I kind of tried to create the character and bring my own things to it, and then once I finished filming, I watched the Spanish version.
And what did you think?
I loved it. Yeah. I loved it, and I really liked how like I was able to do our version of it and then watch it and feel like familiar with the characters, be like, oh, we've done something like that, or like, oh, they don't have this bit that we did, and it was just really nice to kind of like be able to know them both after that.
That's so cool. I love that like sequence of doing it. It's quite clever for yourself as well, not to like psych yourself
Yeah,
up.
I know. I think I would have like watched it and been like, oh my god, she's amazing, the film's amazing, I'm never gonna be able to do this.
No, I'm sure your version will be spectacular. But so you guys met for the first time, and you were saying that she gave you some advice.
Yeah.
What was that?
I mean, she's just like, you know, she's been through it all. She's filmed like the second movie already too, and she like knows a lot about kind of the audience as well, and like so hopefully some of the audience for their version will be the same as for ours, and she was just kind of like, you know, helping me with that a bit.
As in like navigating the response.
Yeah, navigating the response, I think. She was just like, yeah, she's just great. I mean, I'm sure we'll hang out more, but it was just so lovely to be able to talk to her and like meet her and be like, Spider-Man meme, we both know her.
Oh, I love that. And maybe some more versions as well. Why not? We've seen that so much today.
See. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's very exciting. I feel very blessed to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I guess today was all about like championing and celebrating women who are on and off screen in TV and film.
Yeah.
But for you, you're such a young woman. What was it like to lead a set, particularly being so young?
I mean, it was quite daunting. Like, I've never led a set before, and I'd just worked with Emma Myers, who did such a brilliant job on the TV show that I did, and I kind of took a lot of her kind of values with that, and really like was like, what would Emma do? Because she did it so beautifully. And luckily I had two amazing female directors, Charlotte Fassler and Danny Girdwood, who are just beautiful, and they were like really there for me the whole way through it. And it's their first feature film too, so we were kind of like doing it together.
All learning.
Yeah, we were all like learning together, and I feel like I also learned a lot about the filmmaking process alongside it, because they were so kind of open and honest about everything, and I'd see a lot of it and like kind of understood a bit more and like peeked into the behind the scenes world a little bit.
Is that something that you'd ever...
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd love to. I think I'm, you know, just still like starting out my career in acting, so it's definitely something that I'd love to kind of maybe pursue in the future. But
nothing's
we'll see.
out of bounds.
No, yeah.
Well, I was going to bring up about the two female directors, because it's quite cool, like dynamic to have. And what environment did that create on set?
I think it was just like the best environment it could have possibly been, especially for this type of film. You know, with a romance film, there's intimacy scenes, and there's a lot of things that it's really nice to have just a woman's kind of control over. And they were both so kind of just careful with everything and delicate, and wanted everything to be so kind of beautiful and like through you know, a female's kind of view. And I really think they did that amazingly alongside Adelaide Waldrop, who is our intimacy coordinator on the job, and she was just phenomenal. And they just work so well as a team, like they're completely seamless, and it was actually so helpful having two people that like Matt and I, for example, could go to and like talk to everybody about it. It was really nice.
I was going to say, like, about the intimacy scenes, like how do they make you feel comfortable during that? It's like, it's almost like a new thing that people put so much attention into this, which is amazing. It must feel so nice to walk into that.
Yeah, completely. I mean, the way that they made everything so comfortable, it just felt like another scene on set, which was wonderful. We did so much prep for it and had lots of kind of discussions about how we thought it should be kind of approached, like with both of the directors and Adelaide, our intimacy coordinator, and myself and Matt. We all had kind of group discussions, which was really nice, and it was very honest, and we were able to be kind of, you know, specific about what we thought would be nice or like what we weren't comfortable with. And I mean, it's... You know, it's not always been a thing, intimacy coordinators, and I think it's like amazing that it's kind of becoming more apparent in film and TV, especially.
Should be a standard.
Yeah, it should be the standard, right? And like, after having such an amazing experience, I just really wish that upon like everybody else.
Yeah, and what for you makes a great female lead character? So, like, obviously in your own film, but also in others.
I think just like, you know, a well-rounded character that actually feels like they would be a real person, because I mean, as women, we just want to be able to like watch something on TV and be like, oh, that's actually like true. Yeah. Like that's how I'd actually deal with something.
I'm not just like a girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm not just like a girlfriend, or like I don't cry at everything, but I might if I like feel that way, or I might get angry, or, you know, it was just nice to kind of be able to come into it and feel like the character was really well-rounded and, you know, similar to me in some ways and similar to my friends in other ways, and like felt like a truthful kind of character.
And obviously you have to talk about the racing scenes. I don't know how much you can say about the film this far out, but what was that like to do? Were you frightened? Like,
oh my gosh,
I get really motion sick. I'm like, were we okay?
It was amazing. I really loved, like, that was one of probably the highlights of making the film for me. It was like, it was just so much fun. I've never done anything like it before. I like drive an automatic myself, like a little tiny Fiat 500, like embarrassing, hilarious.
A blue one.
I've got like a little white one with the like stripes. Love. But so it was.
It's not going fast.
No, it was a bit different sitting like in a big fancy car. I was like, whoa.
So it was a real car.
Well, I didn't do all the driving, obviously, because that would have been quite dangerous. Yeah. But I did do a lot of all their like internal car stuff, and I did have to kind of drive a little bit, which was really fun.
Amazing. And just finally, say for the next 10 years time, what are your hopes for women in the TV and film industry?
Oh, just to kind of have more female-led stories with like female directors and female crews, and the positions in power in film and TV kind of having more women in them, because I think that's really important to have one, female-led stories, but also women telling those stories at the same time.
Absolutely. I feel like we'll get there. And thank you so much for chatting with me. I'm so excited to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So lovely.
Such a pleasure. Thank you so much.